Okay, the house faces east. This is the southeast corner. This is the front bedroom, the guest bedroom. That would be the second bedroom, and the primary bedroom suite would be down there. So this is the bedroom side of the house, the south side of the house. First thing I see is water just sitting here. I get it. They haven't placed the sod yet. I saw them in here rolling and rolling, but this does not look like it's going to be good drainage to me. I can't say for sure because this is the way it looked before they placed the sod. Is it fair that I should criticize the grading and drainage? I think so. I think so, and I'll tell you why. Is because I see so little grading and drainage. You know what I'm seeing here? I am seeing a lack of rain gutters. Now, not this builder, okay, but some builders will tell their clients that rain gutters are not required by code and they don't have to do them. And they might be right about them not being required by code, but they should do them. Because, let's talk about code here for a minute. The code says that the rainwater from the roof should be managed so that it's directed into a culvert and taking it away from the structure so that it does not cause any undue, it's not a nuisance and doesn't cause stress to the structure, and it's good for the foundation and all that beautiful stuff. They don't care how you do it. You don't have to do it with a rain gutter. If you got a different type of plan that you can do it, well then that would meet code. There's more than one way to meet a lot of codes. But a simple, effective, inexpensive way to do that would be install rain gutters. Now, this is new construction. Let's see if it's existing construction. Okay, the Texas Housing Authority says that all houses must have rain gutters. And it's kind of vague. It doesn't tell you where they got to go and that kind of thing, but that's what they say. So that's something to take into consideration. We do not have any rain gutters along the house. Now, one thing we do have around the house, around the foundation perimeter, is a parge coat. And I can see that little circular indentation right there. Well, that tells us that it's, and I would be surprised if it wasn't, it tells us that it's a post-tension cable slab foundation. They make a couple different types. I don't know which type this is, but it is a monolithic slab, all poured at once, post-tension cable foundation. Okay, I like to let my clients know what they're getting into, you know. But we have a parge coat around here. A parge coat. A parge coat is for aesthetics. Sometimes, like if they did repairs, they would cover those up with a parge coat. The parge coat is like a cake frosting. And just because the cake frosting is cracked does not mean the cake is cracked. And just because the cake frosting is not cracked, it doesn't mean the foundation is not cracked either. But this gradient and drainage has some concern, and I am an advocate of these rain gutters. So we'll talk about that a little more. We're coming across here. Where do termites live? In the ground. Oh, what do they eat? Dead wood. Oh, what's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a clue. Now it's going to be a few years because this is new construction, but after a few years, on the east side of the house, I mean, you cannot blame a termite for taking advantage of a conducive condition that's optimum for his performance. He can come in behind the parge coat and not even be seen. Say a wood mulch next to a parge coat. And over here, one of our rain gutters, one of our downspouts is broken. One of our sewer cleanouts is broken. And they fixed it. They covered it up with mulch. How about that? And I understand. I mean, these guys, they work under specific directives. They just said put mulch here, and it doesn't matter what's there. There could have been a dead cat right there. There wasn't, and they just put the mulch right on top of it. I'm pretty sure, and I only say that by the way they handled the chicken after they ate it. And left all the chicken bones on the stairs for me to crawl over. That's alright. We got a Ring doorbell. You want to get the code on this Ring doorbell. You want to get the code ASAP and then change it so that you'll know when your Amazon packages come and other people won't know when your Amazon packages come. Then we come on over here. It's supposed to be GFCI protected. How about that? Had that open. We there? Reset. Okay. Do you again? There we go. They use them until they trip. Power equipment and stuff. Then it's out of their pay grade to figure out how to push a button. But we've got metal lintels over here, and that's a weep hole. We got a weep hole right here. See, brick is a very good building material. It is a very good building material. Okay? This house could burn down and you can reuse the brick. It's also a very good insulator against sound. It's a very good insulator against noise. Alright? But it's porous. And water goes right through it. And we know that. This is the way we build houses in this part of the country. We got wood behind here, and we got the brick facade, and then there is a space behind the brick, and we got a drainage plane that goes down. And then most of the time you only see water vapor come out of these. Alright? If you have an event, you might see water come out of that. It happens. I hope you don't. But that's what they're there for. That's their design. And then over our windows, that's what they're there for. That's their design. Because we have disrupted the drainage plane because we needed a metal lintel to hold up all these bricks. We need a metal lintel to hold up all these bricks. And so we've disrupted the drainage plane. And we need the weep holes. And we need these gaps right here so that the garage door doesn't rot. The casement doesn't rot. These windows, you'll see this in the attic, or saw this in the attic video, but these window pans, the pan flashing and these window sills was not properly done. So then moving on along. And this is the exterior, you know, I mean, that screen needs to be adjusted, that door is not fire rated. There's where your main water shutoff valve is. There's your breaker box, lawn sprinkler stuff. These are our lawn guys. Coming over here, you see the way this is? Do you think this is going to drain like it's supposed to? I can't tell you because they haven't placed the soil, the sod. I can't say that it's not draining properly because the sod has not been placed. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to work the lawn sprinkler system. I'm stalling to try to get enough time. But here's what the builders will tell you. Not this builder, but some of the less reputable builders. This is what they'll tell you. They'll say, if it doesn't dry, there you go, we got a freeway going here. They'll say, if it doesn't dry within 48 hours, we consider that a problem. That's what they'll say. If it doesn't dry within 48 hours, consider that a problem. That's not drainage. That's evaporation. Okay, that's swampage. That's where the dog's gonna roll. That's where your kids are gonna play. That's where the mosquitoes are gonna breed, called West Nile disease. Comes from places like that because it doesn't drain. And then the builder will say, well, give it a year. Give it a, let's see how it works. It takes a while. This is all fresh sod in here. So let's see how it plays out. We're gonna give it some time to settle. We do this all the time, and it always settles and it gets better. And you go, okay. Well then, okay, what do you got over here? Air conditioner, gas meter? You don't want to be over here, right? You drive in your beautiful front driveway into your beautiful garage or your beautiful home. You walk in the beautiful front door. You walk through your beautiful house to the patio. You never spend any time over here. Out of sight, out of mind, because we've got a cave mentality built here. We didn't walk around the house as much as we should. We ignored the grading and drainage. That's what the builder's hoping for. That's what the builder's hoping for. Rain gutters, downspouts, and an underground drainage system going out towards the street. That's what you need. That's what you need. And then the builder, the builder's hoping that you'll forget about it. and that's called gravy. Because they know that they place these houses too close. They call it squirting the foundation. They put chemicals underneath the slab to help stabilize it because the houses are closer than they're supposed to be, should be. And do you think those chemicals break down after a while? And all this moisture sitting here? And then when you try to sell the house in 5 years, okay, me or somebody like me is going to be coming over here saying, hey man, this gradient drainage along here sucks, man. And I see the hurt looks on people's faces all the time. I say, the builder said it's supposed to be like that. The house has always been like that. It's been like that since I moved in. All those kinds of things. And I get it, man. My heart bleeds for you. It really does. You're the victim here. You're the victim here. Don't be the victim. Make sure your drainage gets taken care of. And there is one person, by the way, there's one person that can settle and tell you that I'm an idiot, and I'm okay with that as long as you're taken care of. But the code inspector is approachable. You can talk to the code inspector. You can call him up and say, what about this house and what's the gradient and drainage? And my home inspector's got all these issues. What's this? This is kind of interesting. We got a loose brick in the wall. What's that loose brick for? I don't know. This is called a control joint. Okay? It looks kind of weird. I get it. Some people call them expansion joints. Call it what you will. Okay? But in North Texas, we're not, speaking of soil, why we want drainage. Okay? We do not build a wall this long, a brick wall this long, and not expect some movement. We're expecting movement. All the more important that your drainage is done right. These control joints are like the lines out in the street, which, alright, and in theory, they'll take most of the pressure so that you don't get the zigzag cracks and the horizontal cracks and the vertical cracks and all kinds of cracks. Hopefully they will absorb some of the movement so that you don't have to come in and repoint and do too much in the way of repairs. Okay? In a video that I got coming up, I said that this thimble was not sealed. They went and they sealed it. They didn't seal those boxes over there, but they sealed that. They sealed that. So when you see that in another video, they came behind me. Alright. That brick is right about where the gas piping goes to the range. I'm not saying that's what it is, but what is that? Okay, so we come on through here. That's our lawn sprinkler sensor, weather sensor. Okay, that's a good thing. And we got some water back here. Still looking. We're still lookers. There you go. And coming in, there's your yard being placed. And they'll roll that and they'll make it nice eventually. And on the back side we have hardy plank. On the back side we have hardy plank. Now, hardy plank, when it's this close, is fine. Less than 12 inches, it's fine. Okay. I thought I was going to jump on them. I thought I was going to have a chance. Here we go. You think water can get in there? Look at that. Think water can get in there? Huh. Let's look at it a little closer. Is that raw? That's raw. Okay. Get in here. Yeah, that's raw. That's sealed. That's sealed. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Look at that. That is not sealed. That is not sealed. All the butt ends are supposed to be sealed. And then this door frame right here, the windows are close enough to the roof, to the soffits, to the ceilings. But the windows here, we should have Z-bar flashing. The flashing is behind, and then Z, okay, then it comes out, and then it goes down. Some people call it cap flashing, but it's really kind of half of the cap. But call it what you will, it is Z-bar flashing. We don't have Z-bar flashing over the window, and our siding has not been primed properly, okay, to meet the Hardy installation instructions and anybody else's. If you read Hardy's instructions, everybody else copies them, I guess. But anyway, they all have the same requirement. All siding manufacturers happen to have the same requirements. And we do not have sealant. We've got gaps. We do not have Z-bar flashing across there. Let's see what we got here. Ready to go.
ready for a go here. Hey, let's check it out. There we go. Oh, it was already tripped. There we go. There. Ooh. Now it'll magically work for somebody.
Okay, moving on along. Continuous soffit vents. This is what our roof's looking. We're gonna go around with a camera pole. We're not through with the roof yet. There's some things I want to see. So we're just marching right on along through the pond here. They're trying to put some soil down. They're gonna fill up the lake. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill up the lake. The second verse, same as the first. We're siding our vents, shingles. There's an interesting thing to say about shingles right now. Before I go too farther, is that underneath each shingle is a strip of sealant, and that sealant gets hot in the sun when the shingles do, and then it bonds. It kind of scabs over and keeps the shingles from flapping in the wind. So if you see a couple flapping shingles in the first month or two, that's okay. But we're in April, so by June that should be cooked on as tight as a drum. So something to think about. Something to think about. Coming on along here, get across the Great Divide. Oh, there we go. We're moving on along, and I really don't have. I need an escape route. There we go. There's a shingle like that one right there. It needs to be laid down. And I need to put a ladder up here if I can. I'm going to stall. I want to look at that ridge vent a little closer. And we are back to where we started here. So I know it was a long video. Thank you for bearing with me.